Welcome to the 12th and last episode of the year for G.A.S Attacks. Originally the 540p3 discussion was going to be one video, but it got way too long, so I broke it up into two videos. Last month we went over the Ibanez Genesis 540p3, my thoughts on the guitar and flexing. Now, let's look at my 89 540p SH and how it compares to the 540p3. The 540p3 really has more in common with the 540p2 than the 540p SH. Confused? I sure was when I first got into this line of Ibanez guitars. To clear up any confusion, the 540p SH/HH were a 22 fret guitar without a pickguard. The 540p2 was only available in Japanese and European markets. It has mostly the same specifications, but it has 24 frets and a pickguard. Really, the 540p SH is the same as the 540p2 with some minor differences. What is even more confusing is there was another 540p that Joe Satriani endorsed before the 540R and then the G.A.S line, which is completely different than the 540p SH. Why they named the 540p and the 540p the same thing when they are very different instruments is beyond me. Now that I cleared that up, or maybe even caused more confusion, here are the specs for the 540p SH. It has a basswood body with an extra wide, whatever that means, one-piece maple neck. The width at the nut is 45mm. The width at the last fret is 57mm. The thickness at the first fret is 17mm. At the 12th fret, 20mm. Has a radius of 430mm, and the scale length is 25.5 inches. The guitar originally came with an Ibanez USA F3 humbucker in the bridge, an Ibanez USA C2 single coil in the neck, a three-way switch, a single volume knob, and an edge tremolo. My 89 has long ago lost its original pickups. It now has a bare knuckle war pig in the bridge and a bare knuckle single coil in the neck. When I purchased this guitar around 7 years ago off of eBay, it had a dime bucker in the bridge and a C2 in the neck. I put the C2 in my EX350 with an F2 in the bridge, and it sounds really good. The F3 was even more aggressive than the F2, and since I really like the sound of the F2, I'm sure the F3 is awesome as well. Here are the only real spec differences between the two guitars. The OG 540p has a one-piece wide maple neck, while the new Hotness has a 5-piece maple walnut neck, which is a super wizard profile. The electronics are different in each guitar, but since so many people pull the pickups out anyway, and my 540PS doesn't have the period correct pickups, I'm not going to spend any time on that point. Here's a quick demo of the 540p SH and the 540p3 in action from my July 2025 release, Spirit of 76. Specifications are one thing, but which guitar is better? Well, after playing both of them for a long time, I have to go with the original guitar, really just based on the neck. There is something about it that just feels right. The Genesis 540p3 is a great guitar, but if I had to choose just one, I'd go with the OG 540p. That wraps up this episode of G.A.S Attacks. Until next year. If you like this content, please like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out the channel. Every month I have a new G.A.S Attacks segment where I talk about gear that I used my own money to buy and whether I feel if it was worth it or not. My channel has other videos with riff playthroughs, cool things that are not necessarily music related, and every month there is a new music video for an original song, and once a quarter a cover song video. All my music is available on all streaming services under Tobe Anderson. Thanks so much!